All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get the notification when I drop new videos. Today, I wanted to talk about an incident that happened back in '93. It came up on a comment. Well, it reminded me a comment that was from the video from yesterday. Somebody commented, this person, she's like a family member of mine, her and her brother. They're like family to me. I grew up with them since I was a baby. So, me and her brother, same age. He's a few months younger than me. Then she has another sister that's a little bit younger than. I think the sister might be a little bit older than me. I'm not sure. But then there's the other sister, that one that commented. She's younger than me, maybe my brother's age, like 4 years younger. Anyways, she had commented on the last video, and it reminded me of something that had happened. That it was a story that I was already going to tell, but it just pushed me to do it today. When I was thinking about it yesterday. So I had told you about the other incidents where there was 3 incidents where people had asked me to do something for them, to take care of some things for them, and I already told those 2 stories. This one took place in '93, so this was actually the first time that it ever happened. I was on parole. I had just gotten out. I was probably out 6 months or so. And I was in my neighborhood. I was on the corner, across the street from the park. I think it was on 151st, 150th, somewhere around there in Fremona Street. Right across the street from the park, there was a house right there. We used to hang out in front of the house. Next to the house was an apartment complex. So it was me and about 4 other guys standing right there in the corner, hanging out. Probably around 8 o'clock at night. And at the time, I wasn't supposed to even be over there. I was on parole. I was pretty much banned from being in the neighborhood by the police department and the parole board. That was one of my parole, one of my conditions on parole. That I could not be in that city no more. I was pretty much kicked out of the city. So, but I was still hanging out over there. And this was one of those nights I was there, hanging out in the corner, just watching the neighborhood because, like I said, this is like '93. A lot of shit was going on at the time. It was supposed to be like a peace treaty between the neighborhoods, but shit was still going on. Shit didn't stop just automatically. Things were still going on. Um, During that time, 2 guys had already gotten killed within a couple weeks period. And so, there's still a lot of shit going on. So we were out there just hanging out in the neighborhood, just watching, seeing if anybody came through. And from the main street, I see a fucking car turn right onto the Fremona Street. And I could tell it was a fucking undercover cop car. Like I said, where I was at, there was a house right there in the corner. When he came around the corner of the apartment complex right there, they parked where the complex is at, where the garages were at for the apartment complex. They parked there, almost by the corner. So I'm thinking like myself, like, fuck, man, I'm gonna get violated right now because I'm not supposed to be over there. So these 2 fucking cops get out of the car. They're plainclothes cop, but they had vests on. And they get out of the car. They're standing by the doors of the car. They're saying something to each other. They're at a distance, so I can't hear what they're saying, but they're talking to one another. Then the one that's driving, he called out my name. He called out my name, but my street name. And so, like, fuck, what is this guys want, man? They're gonna fucking bust me. I'm not supposed to be over here. Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna catch a violation right now. So they're like, hey, call me by name. Come over here. I want to talk to you. And I was like, what do you want to talk to me about? They're like, just get over here. We want to talk to you. So like I said, I had a couple homeboys right there with me. So I told one of them, come on, let's go over there. Let's see what the fuck he wants. So we started to walk over there, and he says, I don't want to talk to him. We want to talk to you. He can stay over there. And I said, well, I'm not going to go over there unless he goes over with me. I ain't got shit to say to you. So they're looking at each other, and one tells, like, looks at the other one, like, what do you want to do? So the other one's like, fuck it. All right, come over here. Both of you, come over here. So we walk over there. And as I get close to them, I can see that they're not from the Atlanta Sheriff. I can see they're from Redondo Beach PD. So then I kind of was at ease because they couldn't bust me. I wasn't in their city. But still, I'm wondering what the fuck they're doing on this side of Inglewood Avenue. You know, like, why are they over there? And why are they looking for me? So I go over there. I'm like, what do you want? And he said, well, we just want to let you know that, you know, there's a couple of people that, well, he said, what are the streets? There's a couple of dudes over here in our city that are looking to kill you. And, but I don't ask him no questions. I don't ask him who, because I already know he's there for a reason. I already know that he wants to tell me. So I'm not going to ask him nothing. So I'm like, okay, so what? And he's like, yeah, well, we're told that so-and-so and so-and-so, they're looking to kill you. I knew who both these guys were. Like I said, one of them was like family to me. At the time, me and him went on talking terms. I had just gotten out. We had issues with each other because of the neighborhoods, because we're from two different neighborhoods. So the other dude, I didn't know him. I mean, I knew who he was, but I didn't know him. But he had a reputation right there in his neighborhood as one of the youngsters, you know. So I already knew who he was, but I just never ran into him. I would end up running into him a couple weeks later, but up to that point, I didn't know him personally. So he's like, yeah, you know, they're looking for you. I said, okay, well, I tell the cop, I said, where'd you find me at? And he's like, what? I said, where did you find me? And they're looking at each other like they don't understand what I'm telling them. He's like, I don't understand what you said. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I said, did you found me right here? You found me right here standing in this corner. Am I hiding? Was it hard for you to find me? No, all you had to do is come across Inglewood Avenue. You found me. I'm right here. So I said, if somebody's looking for me, I'm right here. I'm not hiding. I'm always out here. I said, so if there's people looking for me from over there, they can find me right here. I said, I'm not hard to find. I'm always out here. So I'm not worried about all that. I said, you come over here telling me things that I don't know already. So, I mean, I don't know what it is you want. And he says, well, maybe we can help each other out. And I said, help each other out how? And he says, you do us a favor and we'll do you a favor. And that favor is you take out these two guys and our favorite use, we'll help you get away with it. You don't have to worry about these guys coming looking for you anymore. I said, I'm not worried about them looking for me now. He said, we'll get you what you need. We'll let you know where they're going to be. You come down there, take care of that. We'll be there, but we'll be down the street. We'll make sure that you get away with it. And that's that. You don't have to worry about them no more. I said, like I told you, I'm not worried about them now. So he says, well, what do you think? I said, I don't work for you. If I want to do something to somebody, I'll go do it on my own. But I don't work for you. I'm not a cop. That's your job, not mine. And he's like, so you don't want to even think about it? I said, There's nothing to think about. If they want to catch me, they can catch me. I'm right here. I'm always out here. If I want to catch them, I'll go look for them. But I'm not doing it for you. I wouldn't do it for you. If I'm gonna do something like that, I would do it for myself, but I wouldn't do it for you. Like I said, I don't work for you. I don't work for the police department. If you want to do that on your own, you go do that on your own. But don't come over here looking for me to do your job for you. And I said, so that's all I gotta say about that. So I told my homeboy, come on, let's go. So we started walking away, and then I remember my homeboy like, fuck, I can't believe that these fucking guys came over here trying to get you to do that shit for them. I said, damn, crooked cops. So I go back to the corner. They get back in the car. They're sitting there talking to each other. They don't leave yet, but sitting there talking to each other for a moment. Then all of a sudden they come passing by us. Come by real slow with their windows rolled down. They're dogging on me as they drive by. It's like, hey, you better get back across fucking Inglewood Avenue. You're not even supposed to be over here. Just looking at me, and they make a right, go up 150th or 151st, whatever street that was, back to Inglewood Avenue, cross over the main street, and go back into their area. So yeah, that was the first time that happened. And like I said, the other two times I already told the stories about the guy in Fresno that was a friend of mine, and the other one was my old boss. But this was the very first time it ever happened, and that was the Redondo Beach Police Department. Them cops over there trying to get me to do their dirty work because they couldn't do it on their own. So anyways, that's the story for today. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get the notification when I put new videos out.